All right, Combat Convo, you know what it is. We back. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. I mean, make sure you hit that notification bell too if you want to be notified of our dropping gems on you dudes' heads. We trying to reach 1 million subscribers because we trying to get paid, man. And that's just the bottom line. So you mean we want the money? You know what I mean? We want the money. So today we're gonna be talking about Charles Oliveira versus Beneil Dariush. I think that's his name. I was gonna insert a clip here. If I don't insert it because I forgot, but I'm trying not to forget. So I'm gonna try to insert a clip here, but maybe not because YouTube be acting real weird on copyright stuff. So I'm not gonna probably do it. But if it is, it's because I got away with it. So, but I'm gonna give my take, and then you can give your take on the fight. So,
right.
Charles Oliveira is one of my favorite fighters of all time. I think he is by far the best fighter in the UFC that I ever seen as in his weight class, I would say. He's an exciting fighter. I think that I don't know why I connect so much with Charles. I have no idea. It's like he's like one of the only fighters that I get nervous when he fights. I don't know why that is. I have no idea why. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that is. Any other fight I really don't care for, but this guy, like, yeah, I don't know. He is like the Terminator. When I say what I mean by that is he just keeps coming at you. You knock him down, he gets up, and he just keep coming. He don't stop. So going into this fight with Beneil, I think that a lot of people had Charles losing this fight. It was like plus 200 or something like that. He was really losing bad.
Yeah.
Because when he fought Islam, I think a lot of people felt they kind of wrote him off. They said, "Oh, this guy," because all Charles' career, his first, I think, couple of fights, he was losing. You know what I'm saying? He was losing. And then he came back and he won. He's like 33-9 or something like that. So he has like 33 wins. Most of his wins, 20 of them came from them stopping the fight. Whether it was by submission or him knocking them out. He literally has the most stoppage in UFC history. He also has the most submissions in a row in UFC history.
Wow.
So the thing I like about the UFC is 9 fights, 9 losses is nothing. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares. So going into this fight when he fought Beneil, I think a lot of people had him losing. It was like, oh, this guy's he's going to get smoked. I seen people saying that. And I said, the one thing I noticed about Charles is he ain't losing a while. He ain't losing a long time. Years he's lost. He came back, and after that loss to which I think he could have won that fight, but I think that's just another story of why I believe that. But I think he could have won the fight with Islam. I think he could have won it. I think with Islam, it was just something different. But when he fought this guy fights just like Islam. He fights just like Islam. No different for the most part. And he got dominated. He everybody had this guy. This guy was 7. He was on a 7-win streak. And I think he had 1 loss. He got knocked out. But other than that, he was smashing people. Charles made him look like a kid. He came in there and just destroyed this dude. The dude had Charles on the ground. I never seen nothing like this. When you on the ground, how is it that you got somebody on the ground and you can't take advantage of it? I think he learned from fighting Islam that when you on the ground, he was still winning the fight on his back.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that he 4 minutes in, he hit him with kick, then punch. And then the dude trying to get away because Charles' hands is sharp and he hit hard. Hit left, right, left, drop ball. Jumped on top of him, got on his back, but he didn't even submit him. Came up and just ground and pound. Fight's over. Stoppage. 20th stoppage in the UFC history. So I think that Charles is definitely a threat and a fan favorite, but I'm just gonna say this and then you can go. I don't think that he's gonna fight Islam again, at least not right now. I think that they're gonna give Islam a different opponent. I don't think that Charles is gonna fight Islam right away. I don't think that that's gonna happen. Even though that's the fight that makes the most sense, they're gonna give Islam somebody else first. And judging off of what happens in that fight, then he might get Charles. What I personally think is gonna happen is I think that they're gonna give Islam somebody else, and Islam's gonna lose. He's gonna lose to whoever that they put him up against, and Charles is gonna beat that person, and then they're gonna fight again. Because that's just what I believe. I don't think that the UFC is gonna do what I say. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I believe is gonna happen. But it is what it is. So what you think of the fight?
I think the same way you think. As far as him being on his back, he's very comfortable on his back. I watched this one podcast when they were talking about him, and he's like a grandmaster in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's from if I heard correctly. They say he's a master in Brazil. Like they said there's guys that's brilliant Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is like here. They said his is like way up there to the stratosphere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they were like, yo, he's one of the best, if not the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter in the world, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like facts, you know?
Yeah.
And they said he's like there's nobody, they saying that there's nobody better than him in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the UFC. And I believe that because the way he fights, his timing, his precision, everything is just crazy. Like this guy's win streak, he literally lost 9 fights. I mean, he didn't lose them all at one time. He lost them here and there, but he literally has 9 fights that he lost, and then he just got this crazy win streak, which means that he has some growing pains in the get-go as far as his fighting abilities. And as soon as he got the niche of what type of fighter he was going to be, he just started, you know what I mean? The pedals started going, and he just became like one of the best, if not the best fighters in that weight class ever. You know what I'm saying? I don't, as far as I'm concerned, when he does fight Islam, if he fights Islam, he's going to beat Islam.
Yeah.
Like, let's be for real. Islam, and as good as Islam is, he couldn't get rid of Alexander. We watched the fight, bro. He couldn't even get rid of Alexander. Alexander would have won that fight. Alexander, to me, won that fight. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't put away Alexander. What makes him think he's gonna put away Oliveira if they fight again? You know what I'm saying? He's not the same fighter that fought last time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
there's certain people I think that I was telling you before about the UFC. I'm surprised that the UFC is letting Usman fight Khamzat. I'm shocked.
Wow.
I don't know, man. Khamzat is he's kind of like the boogeyman in this sport. You know what I'm saying? He's very good, man.
Yeah, I seen the flyer
I don't know if that's
Usman
real
versus.
though, because people be making stuff up.
No, I think it's real, bro. I think they're going to fight because I seen other flyers for UFC similar to that. Like they're right now they're discussing if uh Izzy is going to fight Cannonier again because he beat Cannonier once, but Cannonier since then has won, like it's been on a crazy win streak. So they're saying that him and Cannonier might fight again, like Izzy and Cannonier. And on that same joint, I seen another flyer, and it had what we just discussed with Usman versus Hamzat. So I mean, look, that's going to be a crazy fight. Um, I believe, I want to believe that Usman's going to win this fight. You know what I'm saying? I want to believe that. You know what I mean? Not just because of the Nigerian supporting my Nigerian people. It's just for the simple fact that Usman learns from every single fight, like all the other fighters do. And I want to believe that he took this fight with confidence, knowing that he could beat this guy. So I want to see what Usman had learned from getting caught in the last two fights, what he has learned this time. Because that leg kick that he got hit with was crazy. And then when he got the instant rematch, you know what I'm saying? He didn't press the issue with the guy. Like he just let the guy. He just, you know what I mean? It's like he fought him from a distance. You know what I mean? And that's like impossible. Like you can't fight somebody from a distance. You gotta get up close. I mean, you can fight from a distance tag if you got reach, but I mean, like he didn't get inside the pocket like he usually does with everybody else. He like literally like fought him from a distance, and it didn't work to him because what's his face is long. He's long. He got longer reach than Usman, so he still was able to get hits off without having to really get inside the pocket with Usman.
Yeah,
So I mean, this guy's not Usman. This guy's a different fighter. And this guy's way, I mean, to me, I feel like he's way more dangerous than than a champ is. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I don't understand why Usman is fighting Hamzat. Not because I believe that Usman lose or Usman scared. I don't understand why they're fighting. The champ Hamzat should be fighting the champ.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he's not fighting the champ. Like why do you have Kamar Usman just fought the champ twice? So he fought the champ twice. You know what I'm saying? Which is so weird to me because they fought 3 times and he beat Usman twice. If he beats Hamzat, he's gonna fight him again.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, what sense does that make? Why are you having them fight? The champ should be fighting Hamzat. Hamzat beats the champ, then Usman fights him.
Yo, I feel like we had this conversation before, man,
We probably
on a
did.
different fight. I feel like we had this
We probably did. We
conversation.
probably did. We probably did. But the
Yeah.
fight wasn't real. We didn't know. But
Yeah.
it is what it is, man. You know what it is. Combat Konvo, man. We out of here.
Yeah.